Okay, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Windrunner EX channel. Um, yeah, yesterday we ended off on one day left before. Today we're gonna continue on. We finished all our dates this year, so we're gonna go back to getting White Essence and prep for the next series of stuff. Let me just make sure I get this up. So this is from the autosave. I don't even recall which save I used, so that's why. Let's start off with this. I just you know it's more on the I just woke up kind of deal. To be honest. But yeah, let's see how awake I am. Oops. Nope. Yeah. Let me focus a bit because I legit just woke up, so it's a bit. Yeah, but as much as I'll usually do this later, I need to go out later, so I just gonna just do this a lot earlier than usual. Not always possible. Sometimes I'm not at home, so gonna be easy to do this. Yeah, you see. My reaction speed is really bad right now. 108. But yeah, so I had to rush through thing. As in, when I rush, I don't mean I need to rush through a story, but I at least want to finish up, the game today. But I know how long I have left for this game, so it's not that bad. The nice thing about being able to play this on a new game plus has a vivid difference because you have a basic understanding of how long the game will last. Now I come stick. Wait, what? Let me get some water. Anyways, yes, I saw some graffiti text while looking at a train, and now I can't stop thinking about the history of calligraphy. That sounds like a that sounds like a library book. I need to know more. Eternights. Ugh. Let me check. History of calligraphy is on library on this one. I'm pretty sure it's a library book. I saw it before, right? But I cannot trust on one stuff. So yeah, history of calligraphy. So could you please help me find a book about it? Alright, let's go. Let's go to the library. Where are we going? History has a lot of interesting books, not gonna lie. Hopefully we'll find it soon so we can focus on other things. It's either at the end, I think. That's the current one. Yeah, there you go. This is exactly what I was looking for. Depth through the glaciers. No way, calligraphy first originated between 1100 and 1600 BCE. So cool. I mean, they're the original form of writing, no? No. And before people were actually, what do you call it? Hitting on wood, scraping off wood to push, do signs and stuff. A lot of interesting history on how we came to have a writing culture. And in the previous decade, we were all like just smashing the rock, I guess. We do a training thing some other time, you do train with Sia for now. Because I want the top number of white essence. Oh gosh, that's so bad. Yeah, not reacting properly now. Oh, Can I do this? Can I do this? Yes, I want to do this. I was really bad half the time though, so. Well, this subdivision at end screen at least it looks like you are doing on the day rather than when you're on the night, they still look like you're doing the night. The intro is look like in the night, but it's actually a day. It's very strange. I don't know. Do you notice that whenever you start training in the day, you will go into the night scene and then afterwards when it exits it shows a day scene, which makes no sense, but okay. The lighting at least is orange, compared to this uh whitish pale light. Yeah. Enough distraction. I'm ready to take our research to the next level. I want to study how electricity runs through you. Your nervous system. I mean your nervous system. Unfortunately, I'm a bit rusty on the human nervous system, so could you help me find a book about it? Human nervous system. Alright, let's go. Should be the library. Where are we going? Library. We've been good at finding things. We'll find this book soon. Okay? Sure. Yes, now let's see. Tia opens the book and is hit by something. What the heck? Book smells. Kunka, kunka, so good. Kunka, kunka. Come on, Winnie X, you have to smell this. Oh my god, do I kunka or don't kunka? That's like, huh? Nah, let's kunka, boys. You sniff the book. It's amazing, isn't it? No. Tia, what is this? I think it's more how it affects your brain now. The book affects your brain. You must be fried. Fried tomahawk somewhere. And making out. Okay, well, we're gonna finish up with what? No, dude. Let's do Xia. So the unlock Xia. Hope not. Just a hassle. Are you sure about that? Oh, yeah, this. I hate this bar. We all knew what happened during Yuna route. This bar is both. It was an interesting implementation of a QTE, but I just didn't like it in. I just didn't like it that they gave her illusion of choice for the ending. Did I hit it max? I don't know. I wasn't looking at that. You go to your room, yeah. Oh, you were so beautiful. Due date reach. Mhm. It's going crazy. Oh, indeed, no clue. But he does have Dahlia, which was the remnant of her energy. Okay, finally in the Act 5. I'm gonna say most of this part is not skippable because all of these are first time. I mean first time, I mean it's very oriented towards Sia now. Tell me, who do you love? Okay. But in this time we only see Sia. Seems like an important question, am I sure? Yes. Ah yeah, Amber. Oh, she's the one. But how did the architect to be fair, architect both can transform into their dreams, right? What was that? Ah yeah, the Red World. Wait a minute, what the hell was that? Walking higher than that? This creepy music. Looks like the blood moon. Is the sky always been red, or is it just me? Oh, I've been playing a bit of much Rasmo, blood moon event, so. Ah yeah, we're gonna move over to the what area first. I hate this part. Not because it's difficult, but because yeah, I can, yes. Can we skip this part? We can't. You only wish this was my final mission. Death blow is on relative to damage, huh? Good to know. So how much damage you deal will also determine how much death blow it would get on the bar. Done. Okay. Uh, I managed to max out Sia and Min and Johan, huh? So if I didn't screw up my 2 rounds, I would have gotten a little bit more HP as well. 194, I think. 194 HP. Very noisy. Didn't want to do that. Whoa. Okay. Shadow. Mm-hmm. Where do you come from? I think so. You need to do 3 or 4 gauntlets, if I'm not wrong, so it's a bit painful. Okay, wow. Oops. This guy is slow, so I shouldn't have problem dodging. Come on. Last round? Okay, is this way? This looks very similar to the area where you had to run through later, though. Not the same. Mm. Can hit double three. Okay. Then. It, takes 3. I know. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Whirlwind Strike is so good. Now all there is to do is wait for the totem ritual to begin. Uh-huh. I'm sure I will. Where is she? Lux? The voice is drowned out by the noise. You keep trying but no one answers. I think it's because Lux is fighting Umbra in that sphere. This part makes no sense, honestly. Randomly outside, really? So strange. Hmm. The eyes look so weird. Okay. You leave the train, the city looms large. In front of you, you hear monsters in the distance. You reach for your right arm, it isn't there. Mm. No, I'm an idiot, you know. Yeah. Damn right. Okay. Because we last time chose you practice that, I'm pretty sure. And welcome to the least favorite part of the series. This is a snake mission? No, it's not a snake mission. It's not a snake mission. Yeah. Ouch. Oh gosh. No problem. Oh, no. No. Oh crap. Am I getting hit a lot? The worst part is the skill on your damage. Right? The skill on the difficulty as well. So it makes so bad of a sense. Oh no. There's some English voice acting. Some English voice acting. Indeed. Shiny trying to be the goat. This is the part of consuming. Can we just skip this? Well, I rather not skip this because this is one time. Consume. Yep, that's the photo. You see? Parallels, running parallels. Are we gonna find global again? Yep, we are. This affirms to me that this is the future. I don't because that's not the player character after all. Also, where are you, Lux? Yeah, we are all attack. That usually unlocks at this time, but I don't think there's even a single case that I actually used all attack previously. All the fights were way faster pace. It's purple as well. There is purple. Is that Umbra influence? In the cutscene, it looks like there is more purple than there was rainbow, which doesn't show in the what do you call it? It doesn't show in this model. It shows in the animated model, which is a bit of an interesting one. And it's definitely not because of the light irradiating from the hand onto the shirt. Oh, uh, I do wonder what Sias would say though. Then we do Johan and then we do Min. Just like, no, it's still not over. It's called Revenge. Can't you separate the two? This reminds me of Yggdrasil. Anyway, Umbra is actually growing out the lab. That's crazy. Or attack, yeah. We don't need that. Are you pressing M because I've been playing too much Final Fantasy 14? I can't stop pressing M. That's bad. Okay. Just realized that we have Johan here. Johan doesn't provide any elemental attack, so. Another combat scenario, but it's not too bad. I like this part of the OST though. Ah, god dang it. Uh, how did I get hit on that? Uh, don't want to get you involved. Is there one more guy? Oh no. Okay, death blow. We have so much SP that this regen is not enough. This is kind of hilarious. Where do we go? I have no idea. I forgot. I forgot. I'm pretty sure we just can skip. Can skip enemies if we can. Hmm. Yep, you're gonna have a cooldown. Okay. Are you chasing after Ma? Nope. Oh gosh. Why do I see that? Okay, can. Oh dang it. Nope. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. Oh my goodness. The amount of gauntlet they throw at you at this point in time is a lot. They really throw at you a lot of lot of mobs in this gauntlet. But yeah. Ah, this place. My last refill point. Retry point. I remember this place. Just gonna use this to restore my 5% HP. You could skip her, I think. Which side was it? The side was a dark, right? Yeah. Dark essence. Come up here, go through here, left, and it's a monster arena. This one I'm pretty sure was very difficult. Whoa. Mhm. Oh, I hate this gauntlet. Okay. I don't like the next gauntlet. I hate it. It's gonna be a Magi Day terrible time. Mm-hmm. Yep. It'll destroy them. Yep. Indeed. The most hated version of it. Oh gosh. Okay, right, I forgot you cannot do that. Oh, dang it. Oh, how did I do this last time? There's way too many attacks. Okay. Of course, I went through this. Ow! Okay, I literally cannot stand. I literally cannot do charge attack spamming at all. But I'm also getting ousted out of able to do this. Okay. How did I do an expert mode? Struggling on easy mode. That's I mean I struggled really hard on expert mode for sure, but I can see why now was BS when I was doing on expert mode. When I'm doing on easy mode, and you can see I'm always getting hit. So it means that the way I did it was probably I dodge, go in, attack, come out, and then use Q every single damn time. Uh, I need to do all attack. Yep, all attack. Oh shit! Nope, nope, nope. Punish this attack. I failed. I failed the punish. Oops. I was out of range. Okay. Wow. Okay. Take my heals. Take this. Hmm. Mm-mm. Oh right, I forgot. Okay, Banish. We have phase 2, I forgot. Oh, this is the levitation part, I think. Mm, I forgot. It is the levitation part. Floating Yunji. Can you hear me? Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. Then start panicking. I believe in you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the fourth one, right? The illusion of choice. Voice acting. Oh, is it done? Oh, is this music meant to be Yona singing? And they use that for the OST for all? I thought it's just the romance end, basically. Ah, yeah, anime disappearance. I think if you watch enough Clannad, this wouldn't be so sad. I'm just suggesting that Clannad is more sad. Clannad is more tearjerker. I mean, this game should have taken probably like quite a few years to make, being that the size of this, yeah, amount of people working on this project wasn't a lot. They did have a lot of art, though. You know. Is this ending always the same that I can skip? My son is still missing. Probably dead. Not everyone will survive after all. Yeah, the hand is miraculously back. Did I? I don't know. I saw some Japanese books down here in the card scene. I forgot what book was it, but yeah. Something I did not pick up the first time. I probably want to see the table a little bit more next time. Before I keep skipping off cutscenes. The dialogue options. Tissue box. I thought it would be a game somewhere. Honestly, I'm still questioning what is all this Lidorps about, right? Because if let's say Lux and Umbra has neutralized, why is there still I mean, it's not as many as last time, but still quite a few of these particles. Do they not remember that at this point in the game, there shouldn't be much particles? Okay. Injury returned to normal. Her enthusiasm for Yuna remained unchanged. Honoring her team members, right? Okay. Yuna returned to being a massive pop star. This time, we didn't have Yuna last time. We had yeah. So, but even though she was selling out stadiums, she always had times for the gang. Johan traveled the world. Only Lux know what happened to Sia. Lux started to visit your dreams more often. You tried to ask about Sia, but all she said was good things that come to those who wait. Until one night she said she has a surprise for you. Uh, okay. Yeah, Hyunyo basically did most of everything. Art Kyuncho Wei Kim was the second person working on it. Story written with Clive V. Ruder. It was a three person job, right? So I cannot be overly harsh, right? It sounds like they wanted to make like another Team Cherry. You know, voice acting, direction, casting. Obviously, this game has a lot more voice acting than um what's it called? Wait, Alessandro Sub was here. Was a lot more than Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight was also by three people with a lot of contractors and etc. Reina Ueda, Jun Fukushima. I wonder how much they really had to spend for voice acting in the Japanese side. Should be quite expensive as well, both English and Japanese side. Then they had to do Korean as well. I think now that the culture of Japanese people respecting voice actor are coming out, the problem with is in the English side, there are people always doing political shit or like supporting something or whatever. Um, looking through this, yeah, sound designer, basically two people playing instruments. Who wrote the scores for the OS BGM though? The simplified Chinese. Okay, they probably need help. So yeah. Let me check who was the publisher for this game. It's been quite a while that I forgot. Kepler Ghost. Uh, is this their first RPG? Oh, they do Unreal. I think they're fine then. Unreal's is not that bad in terms of translation. Uh, okay. Act 2 ending. When is this image of the MC ever taken? Man. Act 5 punch animation. General director is just at this point basically the touch and point contact at this point. Kowloon Knights investor. Oh, these are the investors, huh? Sony PlayStation team. I think I did not really pay attention to this last time, but now, yeah. Oh, X4 ending. Picture. Capital Girls help the market and publish support. Well, if it's them indeed doing all of the interviews, or asking for interviews, inviting them to interviews, I think this is pretty not bad. Because back then, I think a lot of people were talking about Eternights being close to Persona. Did it succeed in that? I don't think so. Persona has a lot to live for and a lot of expectation. If you say that this game hit every check mark, no. Well, there are interesting concepts here that definitely put through. You know, last time I didn't really say finish what I wanted to say for this. Oh my goodness, this animation looks so weird. Ah, yeah, QR code. Come on, where's the QR code? I know it's coming. There we go. Uh, okay, so we're going to actually just share this onto myself. Then we're gonna see how this works. It automatically sends outwards. Uh, oh, why did I send it to myself previously? Huh? Okay, that's crazy. When did I send it to myself previously? Okay, guess that. Um, that's it. I don't know. Where is? Am I sending it to? I'm not sending it here. I think I sent it in the chat last round. Okay, I'm just gonna send it to the chat. Do the same thing as last time. Mm-hmm. That's how I opened it last time. I just sent it to the chat and people can see it. Right. Though there's a lot of videos of it on online, so in fact, it's not necessarily a button note to offer. Give me a sec. Let me switch over to browser. I already closed my browser. Open up my YouTube first on my browser. Yeah. Give me a sec. Just gonna do a little bit stuff. I like it at AJT. He's bar farming. I'm gonna change over to this. We're going to move over to Studio Cyphers. Before we press play, I'm going to switch over. Give me a sec. Scene, switch. I didn't even press play. He keeps playing this.
Biology.
Oops, I forgot to press play
To
again.
play it.
I forgot to unlock the desktop audio here. Again.
So, here is the surprise. Molecule Warriors 2. Now with actual accuracy. Mix molecules together to unlock energy and use it to conquer. Which should be easy. As long as you understand molecular biology. I can't wait to play it with you. Actually, I can't wait to destroy you.
Oh, hell
Which,
no.
when you think about it, is the same thing. I love you.
What's up with the special beeping sound? Anyway, and that's the QR code for the scene.
Signal picked up. Oh, are you okay? Wormhole. I am back to you.
Wormhole will come back to you. This one definitely said more than Yuna ever did. Yuna did not say that much, but interesting, I guess. But I mean, this is a unique way for them to do what do you call it, an ending. But I say I don't really like the QR side. I don't like that they are doing it the QR way. So because it also really makes it hard for you to go out and detract. I rather they put it inside. But I guess in this is more of a anti what do you call it? They try to make it not spoilery, I think. So basically people who data mine will still have to go through additional steps to see the ending or extra scenes. But the scene actually explore more on how they got back. So they got it back from the wormhole. So they say they're coming back from the wormhole after X undetermined time passed. Obviously, in the ending scene, we know it took quite a while for him to recover, get his hand back, get his recovery, and saw him, right? So whether the thing is by luck or whether it's by some sort of mechanician device, I'm more inclined to believe it's luck because um however long they stayed, it would definitely have bleeded out the battery unless Lux was supercharging it with electrical signals or something. Because remember, um MC is shadow, but his hand emitted out electrical signal, and they are both ice, and she's ice. So, but it didn't say that she had electrical signal. See, so and then we also have Yuna who had fire. So clearly, Lux probably has a base attribute of lightning. Um, do we have lightning? We have Min, right? Yeah, Min was lightning. So actually now that makes less sense because there's maybe the specializations. And surprisingly enough, I didn't think about it. Fire isn't usually associated with healing, isn't it? Other than feelings. So for them to go with the route of Yuna being healer and then go straight into using the fire brand element is a bit interesting because fire, as said, usually doesn't have the healing properties compared to the rest. But then when you think about it, all the other elements probably work even lesser, right? Electricity would definitely not heal you. No game does that. Um, Ice probably might have some sort of defense utility and healing utility, but I think that might have given too much power to men because if the barriers could heal over time, as in healing health over time, or wherever it heals a bit of HP, that's also kind of broken. Um, and then who's the last one we have? Yeah, no, we really talk about the tree base element, and Shadow is MC's main element. So MC really technically have a lot of skill kit in him. So yeah. Anyway, this is like our second ending, so it's not that bad. We actually saw ourselves how fast the game can be. Right. I'm not going to bore you by playing another New Game Plus live. I'm going to try to cut down as much as possible, finish up to Act 4, and set up everyone that I want to be at 4-6, sorry, 5-6, 5-7. Sorry, then we'll stream next one, and then afterwards, we're going to try to do Min Johan first, Min. Because this next round, I'm just going to load and save. And then eventually, and this is my final one, because NG++ you can reload and save. And then um, we finish the ending of each. I do not know whether you need multiple, but yeah. But this is the decision I made, which is to finish up NG++, just so that I can have all the white essence. And we can see how broken the bullshit the game was balanced. I think New Game Plus was made not in terms of difficulty, but was made in terms of story. Which is again, there's a problem. When you make NG Plus based on story, it's not as if you get like unique. If you load and save on the first round, you can do it. But since I was playing an expert mode, I could switch it off and just play easy mode. But I just wanted the full experience of having an overpowered kit. And I also wanted to see how stats progression actually went through. Another weird thing about stats progression can infinitely stack on scavenge. At least I do not know whether there's a max limit. If there's a max limit, probably it will appear soon. But I do not see a future where your SP grows so much to the point that you cannot even supercharge it properly. How many NG plus do you need? That's like kind of broken. So yeah, and then obviously I did not focus on attack at all throughout the first playthrough. On the second playthrough, I started making attack investments, and we also see how it actually helps in Death Blow. So that now we know that Death Blow is scaled according to attack. Yeah, it's quite important. Attack defense wise is also very much due to the differing mode. Expert mode dealt like I think 5 times the damage or 3 times the damage, some extreme amount, because you can see the bosses dealt so much damage originally. And then obviously with all the defense stacking and stuff, I think if you accumulate it, yeah, if you think about 3 to 5 times minus the defense, I think it looks about right. So expert mode is very painful. But the defense, offense, SP, still think the SP is the most important. Johan infinitely scaling your SP means that you have a lot more action to use. You got a lot more ability cast, and I think throughout NG Plus, if you can infinitely stack that, it means that you have at no risk of not being able to heal. You're at no risk of not being able to cast your, even do your skills, because they're all infinitely stacking. So you're gonna have that big stockpile that usually you wouldn't get on first playthrough. So you can definitely feel the strength difference between NG and NG Plus. Obviously, I'm making an unfair comparison because I did play expert mode the most resistant of all the 3 difficulties to now easy mode, but I just want to speedrun for story. But there are still, I think, difficult points in the story. Now that we played through again, I'm more awake, one thing. And of course, the last part is a lot easier. I can see why I did not like Act 5 as much now. My favorite act is probably Act 4 and Act 3. Delia's conclusion and Min's resolution, right, is a lot better than MC, which has been mostly a quiet protagonist, a troll protagonist. To be honest, the choices the devs give are all troll, come on. So I really appreciate that point, but I don't think Act 5 was as good as a conclusion as I wanted it to be, um, frankly speaking. Having to lose again your preferred goal again. How many times now? Second time. Um, I like no part of that scenes, right? I didn't like the forced choice that they give you, the illusion of choice, where they give you like, yeah, you reach out and you must stop them. But then afterwards, when you fail to stop them, the moment you try to stop them again, they just disappear because they just turn back into particles. So it's also a bit strange, right? There's nothing much to say about what happened to them. There was no explanation other than a wormhole. It's just like a random crack theory throw at the wall, and it's like, yeah, this is how the ending should be. I do wonder whether that was really what has happened because, yeah, as said, the ending feels unsatisfactory. So, yeah, but overall, I think now that I played through the game a second time, I would say the game difficulty level up to your choice can vary from 4 to probably 6 out of 10. Um, 4 out of 10 really is just because expert mode is really disgustingly. Obviously, you didn't see me get hit that much when I replayed it because it's clearly possible. But obviously, I have all of the kits like Death Blow, Parry, and so on and so forth, even enhanced regen for stamina. So all of those really contributed to not taking damage as much quite easily because iframe abuse. And obviously, I used a lot more heavy attack in this round. I think back in the expert mode run, I feel like the enemies were a lot more aggressive. So I'm thinking there might have also been an AI influence in the difficulty because this one feels more like, hey, I'm steamrolling. The AI gave me a bit more time, I just do it. Obviously, I'm getting rebounded every once in a while, or when I'm in the attack range. Especially during the final chapter, Act 5, you could see that I think a lot more enemies are not willing to give you the bane of the existence. They give you to do charge attacks or heavy attacks, basically. Um, so I'm just analyzing this from a point of view of playing it through. Story wise, I'll probably give it a 6.57 out of 10. It has a lot of hilarious movement, a lot of funny, options for you to choose. And obviously, it's a dating sim, so it was okay. Like, as a dating sim, this is not the worst of dating sim. There are a lot worse dating sims out there and touch on darker topics, visual novels, and even sometimes even lead to uncomfortable stuff. And there are a lot of those out there. So this is not that kind. So yeah, but in terms of a setting of zombie apocalypse, they do make it very hilarious. I'll give them props to that. Um, Animations and moveset. I would say the art looks good in general, but they're sometimes a little bit too goofy. The facial animations are overly exaggerated. Not pertaining to usual anime exaggeration. Okay, this is, I think, a bit of a unique time. I don't know whether because they were Korean based and their form of facial is a little bit more exaggerated, would say. But I'm not sure on that. But in terms of like if you compare to Japanese animation, you're not going to see this kind of faces in Persona, even though there are also funny moments there. You're not going to be able to see maybe in trails nowadays, but even then it's also not to this degree. Um when we talk about facial animations, we usually talk about Neptunia, I think. Neptunia has one of the more expressive animations out there. And if I want to use it, I think I need to use Neptunia as a base. I played obviously only a few Neptunia games, so I'm not like at a Twit Gamer level. If you really want Twit Gamer really does so much Neptunia sort of point, he probably knows all the lore and all everything, But in terms of facial animation, I would say this is probably on equal, not equal, on a similar level. I think it's slightly probably like 15% lower than Neptunia. A very weird gauge, but yeah. Um, but in terms of lighting, level design, I would say I don't like the level design. It's a linear path with a lot of mobs, with a lot of puzzles, and sometimes very dark. And occasionally you have to guess where you have to go. So yeah, obviously they try to have a maze-like structure. There's no map hand holding you. There is no destination marker, which is I guess a lot of game does do that. So I would give props to them for being able to at least try out this. I do not like this system as well. I like a map system, but that is just me because I'm just more reliant on maps. In general, even if I do not have the compass thing like Hollow Knight, I still prefer a map system so at least know like at least where I've explored, where I have not explored, yada yada yada, and then yeah. A lot of this, if you speed run, you probably need a lot of memorization for sure. You can definitely see this speed runnable. A few things that I think the game fails is skip buttons. They do not have a lot of skip buttons. I think the part where skip buttons are usually on animation sites. So basically, whenever there's animation or wherever there is some weird dialogue, most of the time I'm just smashing the mouse button for it. I did keyboard mouse, by the way. So just in case you were wondering, I do controller. I think I did controller back in the demo. I didn't really like it as much, but I could be wrong. I think it's a lot easier to be selecting magic in or companion skills on controller than on keyboard. Because keyboard you have to press F and then you have to scroll to where you want, which is the scroll works strangely. Another part of the game design part I want to complain. I do not know whether it's possible to fix this, right? As a user, obviously I find it's not intuitive, but as a developer, I also don't think it's possible unless you rework the system so that you can label 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like how you would do like a MMO, right? Like maybe when you're on keyboard and mouse, they could try a different UI, implement a different UI for it slightly. Like, yeah, I mean it's definitely doable. Should we invest a lot? I'm not sure, but it's should be a lot easier to see if you have a hotbar kind of like thing rather than uh splitting like how it would work in on the controller. But mean they did recommend you play this game on the controller. So if you're playing on keyboard and mouse, yeah, my controller's spoiled, so it's not exactly possible for me to play it now that way. So yeah, I haven't got a replacement, and I'm not intending to get a replacement yet. Not with this kind of environment. I'm just doing my usual solid way, and yeah. So I think the next stream we're gonna go back to Nikki while I work on showing through this new game plus for the final time to work on Johan and Min. Um, and obviously I'm going to be making a short map version of where are the items so that I think I have a proper item list because all of the item lists on probably most of the websites are giving me wrong information. I do not know whether GameFAQ one is actually correct yet. I need to actually also triple check on that one. But I do know that the tool that I've been following, cross checking, has been wrong. Um, so yeah. Okay, what else do I have to say next? Do I have any more thing? I have said the story elements, I have said the combat elements, I have said the difficulty, animation, art, work, character design. I think that's generally, I guess, satisfaction of the game, I guess, because it is a game after all, right? Um, so is Eternight worth playing, right? For me right now, let's see, what's the price of it? I will still say buy at a discount, maybe a 20% discount. Um, if you really want to support it, yeah. Um, other than that, I have gotten, let's see, the art book. I think the art book was not bad. Check. I cannot show the art book, obviously, but I did get it during that time. Check what's the art book. Can art book come out, please? The art book crashing. The art book is crashing. Adobe, please. PDF shouldn't be causing this kind of issue. Okay, there we go. Oh gosh, I didn't intend to open it 3 times. So looking at the art book, obviously they have a lot of creature art progression. there's a lot of scenarios. I might want to use one of this pick. Hopefully they're okay with it, right? Not sure. But it's easily scenes you can actually look from game. There are like first iteration, second iteration, third iteration, fourth iteration. I can't really show you. I mean, if it's a physical artbook, I can just flip it and then people would probably still be fine with it. But not so much on digital. I think digital people will just say stop doing this shit. I definitely do not want like a lot of stuff to get me in trouble. But right, okay. Right, the shielding system and the mini games. Right, I didn't talk about mini games. Of the mini games, I did learn how to play Yuna's one, not bad. The answer is to do 3-2-1, 3-2-1, 3-2-1, 3-2. Then depending on whether you have an odd even, do 3 or 2 respectively. Um, do not hold it at 3 because holding it at 3 is making it hard to react. So that's my personal preference. You can do 3-2-1, 3-2, 3-2, 3-2, 3-2, 3-2, 3. It will work properly. But it's not easy, I think, compared to CR's one. Min's one, I forgot whether I done Min's and Johan. I probably will have to do those two, and then we'll do a review on that, I guess. Because there's still stuff I haven't experienced. I've been focusing a lot on rushing through. Bonding aspects, they are okay. If I need to talk about Yuna's bonding. Let's talk about Sia's bonding this time. We really talk about Yuna's bonding in the first playthrough and playthrough. I'll talk about Sia's bonding right now. Sia's bonding right now actually went a different aspect proposal of how I thought it would go. They didn't really go that hard into run actually. Instead, it ran more into really knowing each other. I think it's more on like sweet as well, I guess. And you know about her restraint that she have put on herself, and you're basically unlocking the restraint will allow her to basically be bonded with you, and that is basically, I believe, from stage 6 to stage 7. So yeah, so it really talks a lot about her limitations and why she needed to do it. Throughout the story, we know that she has nearly went through accidents when she was doing for science. Her enthusiasm was the cause, or at least it's her blatant disregard, I think, for safety, which was the cause, and then eventually that caused everybody to have to chip in to just stop the project. But I think it's in by no means a bad thing. I mean, there's one track mind, yeah, but sometimes if you do not have safety, that's yeah problem. So I prefer Sia's route compared to Yuna's route. I said Yuna is the main girl-ish kind of deal. They definitely made her first, based on the, at least from art book that I have. But in terms of the looks, I do think Sia is hotter than Yuna. Yuna has a lot of problems as well, I think, in terms of characterization, being that it's overly on Juhi compared to the parallel on Ren is not as much because Ren, she managed to put it down after Act 4. Right? So her story is ended at Act 4, not in her one story. A very clear, decisive difference. Whereas Yuna's one did not really end. Okay, basically you don't talk about Juhi after I believe Act 2 or Act 3, but then the bonding event will keep talking about Juhi, which at this point is something you put it to her name, but it's not seen. It's not relatable, I guess. Um, in that fun, I guess the idol asset of relatability. Not many people are idols. Not many people are ikemen's, beautiful people. So like you're not going to be able to have a relation. So I think in terms of relation, Yuna is probably the hardest to relate to as well. Um, definitely hit the fantasy part, but you're not going to be able to appreciate it as much. I think. Um, So definitely, I think Yuna's route so far is the weakest of them all. Funnily enough, Sia's route is definitely way higher. Um, Obviously with awkward science moments. Yeah, and this was the first time we did all the scavenge, and obviously the weirdest scavenge. Honestly, I think in between Min and Xia. Obviously, I haven't done all of Yuna's scavenge. It would be interesting to see, but I do not know if there is a way to actually get every single scavenge in the game. It doesn't seem like it's possible to do so right now, so it's a little bit strange on the onset. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What else do we have to talk about in the art book? The art book has a lot of icons. Most of them are um there's actually icon spoiler here for Yuna's one, so I'm going to assume one of this here is the final ultimate for Mins, and yeah, because Min is the only one I haven't got the ultimate for, so we're gonna be able to see that. Johan doesn't have an ultimate. Another interesting design choice. I'm guessing that Johan, even when you bond with him, Max, would not be able to be quote unquote taken away. I think he's least likely to be taken and most likely to fight back because he is an architect's child per se. Like Delia, so she's not the same. But we shall see on the new game plus, right? We shall see. We don't need him to be max level to get the stuff, I think. Do we? Actually, now that I think about it, rank 6 is the level, right? So basically, you just need to reach the rank 6. And so, but we shall see. Environments, I'm not going to talk so much. I already said I didn't like the design in terms of it. It doesn't feel very claustrophobic in a lot of the places, which, yeah, not the best. I wish the hub area, the train has more stuff to do, more stuff to explore. The chapter, it definitely feels really bland. I think other than that, chapter 3, Act 3 will give you two places because Xia and Lin joined, right? So it will give you the front train and obviously the second expansion of um the living dormitories. So I wish there were more stuff here. Like that doesn't cost action points. Maybe a mini game of sorts. Or you can even practice your training. Would be a lot better. Collecting posters will also be not bad. This is Umbra's early concept as well. Early concept art. Apparently in the concept art they call it Raid 3. So it's already defining that they were gonna make something like an Evil 3 from the start. Early concept. So they also made all of the machines in FK Labs, I think relatively early. And then they made it like broken slightly afterwards. Bike concept, train concept. And they said the train has a lot of stuff. Also, why can't you go into your party members like room? It makes no sense. They should have made it possible to go into the room because you want to see what are the scavenging stuff you have actually gotten for them. And usually it shows up there, I think. Especially the bear lamp. Let's see. Environment. Alright. The weird animation. Storyboarding. This is for Act 5, I believe. Act 5 and Act 1. Storyboarding. Some of the mobs. Yeah, the disturbing lady in the post pre-Delia fight. A lot of the arts, when you look at this, it looks like they just copy paste and did angle change, put it together, strike it together, have some discoloration, and then that's how they actually combine. Whereas some of the more unique ones were like the bosses. The bosses were more unique compared to the normal mobs. Uh huh. Final boss. They call it the creature progress. And it actually have some weird flower significance. I remember it used a flower skill once in the final boss. I wonder if it's these flowers. I'm not allowed to show this, so yeah, phase 1 and phase 2. Phase 1 is basically the smashing the tentacles. Phase 2 is when she was just moving around. She had another version that yeah, she does hold a double sword after all. Shrink her wings and hold a double sword, yeah. Okay, so they actually term stuff around the 7 deadly sins. But I don't think a lot of stuff made it in for sure. But certain stuff like greed or characters that have spikes, wrath is they have spikes on their head. Pride is hooded. Gluttony is like enormous. Sloth is giants. Enormous is gluttony is enormous as well, but in a way of like void enormous. Like you think of like a moon absorbing something like that, I guess. The last is tentacles. Envy is weird particles. So I guess that's how they went with the 7 deadly sins. I mean, I'm looking through here. I'm free to talk about it. Not a lot to show, but yeah. A lot of the creatures other than that, the hacker man is here. Not much difference. I think it's just more in terms of how they polished. Yeah. Yeah, those annoying samurais. I don't think I saw this lady anywhere, did I? The one wearing a hat with eyes. I Is this even in the game? No, they probably turned into this one. The hatchet is there, but I don't think it's like this anymore. Or at least I don't recall it to be like that. Then again, do I remember every single one? This is one of the boss, the ice giants. Okay. And obviously the evolution of the illustration art in the background here. Oops, did I touch it? Oops, Ctrl Z. Okay, there you go. Should be better now. Oops, sorry about that. They have a lot of pixel art. They have the map, the discarded Ren and the colored Ren, and obviously all of the bonding art. Obviously, the bonding art is obviously in here. The one where you see the photo drop on the ground, and I see all the photos here now, right now. So I do see Mins and Johans. We shall see it next at NG, I think. Not I think. We'll definitely see it next. And then what the plan is, right, for the next NG is to first finish Johan, load the save, finish Min, load the save one more time, and do the bonding for all. A bit hard. I do not know whether it's possible, but we shall see. Shall we also do well for reloading Min, I guess. Early concept. Oh, the early concept wasn't to hang her die in the Act 5. It was to both of them smash the wall and eventually one of them would disappear. That would be interesting. More interesting than what they did, which was like, put them up on the tree hanging on that and then just started taking damage and then RIP. Oh, this is Johan's training art. This is Xia's training art. This is Yuna training art. I don't see Min's training art. That's interesting. Did Min not have a good training art? Yeah, you're right. The classroom scene with Yuna, the scene with Min in the end of Act 4, the end of Act 3. There were two versions of the Act 1 door opening. It's kind of funny. You can really see they added a lot of stuff for you now. What's this weird Kisin Johan? There is a lot of Kisins. They're all the characters stands, I think. I do not know why Sia is the one with the pencil when she see more tech. So she will probably do everything on the PC bun. PC bun? PC. PC bun is not that. Min's coloring looks the most pronounced. Everyone is a lot whiter, which is interesting. Chani has the least amount. Obviously, Johan also has decent amount in terms of work put in their portrait, but Xia's is a lot whiter. The one that I can say is that her eyes looks green, a lot greener than the rest, like brighter. Whereas I guess the red is harder to shade it up. Interesting in the art book you can see all this thing, right? Like so I guess the deluxe version is, up to your representation. I do think it's a bit interesting looking through this. I think I'll enjoy main as well. Hopefully I do. Obviously I did not like Yuna's look the most. I guess. Yuna's does have the look of antique though. Like it's probably one of the ones that were first done. So you can definitely feel it. Like the amount of impact is also not as high as the rest. They have the same blush, but I feel like Min one looks better. They just And then we have the main character, which looks very different, I'll be honest. Stance and pose. I wonder how this stance and pose would have worked. Was this the Bond stance and pose? Because when you log into the game, you're not going to be able to see it. It would be interesting if this was associated with one level, but I don't think so. I think this was just associated with this were the three designs and they wanted to pick one. I don't recall everyone having multiple levels of MC and the character stand side by side like that. Maybe in the next playthrough, I'll take a note and then we shall see whether that happens. Because now that I see this, there are some stuff which I might have missed. This is mostly menu and UI. I got nothing to say about the menu. The menu is pretty good. Just in case I did not say it. Did I not say it? I'm pretty sure I did not say it. Menu I think is just fine. It's very confusing, but I don't think that's anything to really differentiate. I think it's just a learning curve. Who is this? This is probably Min's original. Min's original, which was just a grey hair with a mix of tracksuit and a quality of a skirt. Should be interesting, but I don't think that will work for Min's character. But given that there's no stocking, it's not Yuna for sure. Yuna always has stockings. Just yeah. Yeah, 3D rigging. The amount of rigging you need to do is painful, man. I once tried to do trying to create a 3D space for a basketball court. Even with a preset, it was kind of painful. I didn't like it. I'll be honest. Eternights Christmas special. I wonder if this was an intended DLC because it was an Xmas tree on the train, and they were doing the same Act 4 ending, kind of like around the not Act 4 ending, Act 3 ending with Johan. Maybe not. Maybe this is more meant for like the post game party that they wanted to have. Own. Oh no, the one that looked like Min was Sia. Sia's original model was different. Oh yeah, she did have green eyes, so I guess that makes sense. Sia's overtop, her jacket color changed, I guess. So basically, yeah, Sia's changed the most of from the original design. Okay, so now I know this is Sia. Sia's original prototype was grey with black hair. Still had the choker, obviously, with the black tank top, and the jacket color was yellow white rather than her current black. I wonder what made her change to that. This would have suited Ice better, but I don't think it looked as nice, obviously. I like black. So interesting. I guess then that's all of the art book. Um so yeah, my review of the game probably is like a 6.4 out of 10, I think would be a good score. Maybe 6.7 would be a good header as well. I think maximum I wouldn't give it above 7, for sure. There are too many annoying stuff in the game. Um, yeah, especially those two scythe holders. I hate those scythe holders with passion. And it's not that they are hard, more that they are unpredictable. So I guess that can contribute to the difficulty in being hard. Though I didn't have that much difficulty in this round of NG Plus when I was fighting those two Reaper guys and the random Reaper guys at the back when I was like getting ambush or somehow still managed to dodge it for no good reason. Yeah. Um yeah, I think that's all I can say, right? The three polishes that they can still do for sure, and there are still bugs that they need to fix, including the out of bounds bug in Act 3. But yeah, I think that's my final part of contentious. I don't think it will change even through NG plus with Mins and Johans not Sin, but I mean that's the point. We'll still experience them, and we'll go through Johans and Min's experience next, right? And then afterwards we'll see whether there's anything up with us doing a multiple 7 round. I do not know how that will work, or whether it will just be me just remove like um maybe there'll be like a flag that says like you're dating, and then there's a flag that says you're not dating, and then if let's say you date someone else, it will remove that flag. I have no idea whether that is how it works yet because I did not try it, but we will try it after we do finish, I believe, Mint's one, which is basically I'll reload the save 3 times. Good? Okay, yeah. Okay, good. And it's on this one that we'll most likely be able to see to fruition what happens when you have multiple characters at 7. I had no ideas. I did read, online forum. I don't think there is much thing, but I want to try to experience it because generally saying all the guides online is not as trustworthy anymore. I don't know, man. I'll tell you, the guides do not have all the black essence spots. Okay, I have been looking through. I've found more black essence than whatever the guides wrote. So I mean, the guide writers are not going to be scrunching every corner. They're trying to get as much as possible, and I know that they're just rushing through the game rather than just looking through the game in its lens where you know where are the good stuff and where are the easy stuff. Compared to like if you're enjoying the game and you just want to explore whatever the game has to offer, you will just probably go and find out all the hidden black essence, and yeah, you can probably get enough if without grinding, you probably can get enough for only up to Johan 1 for his black essence usage. Um, I don't think the game gives you enough to max out every single black essence in one playthrough. Unless you're mad like me who just went and grind in Act 2 and Act 4. Yeah, Act 2 and Act 4. Um, was it Act 2? Looks like Act 2. Act 2 and Act 4, yeah. I'm just having to memorize it. But Act 2 was the hacker, so it's the hacker area. So Act 4 is the Kafka Labs. And Act 4 is a lot more efficient but a lot harder, so it's, it's a trade off for sure. Um, Yeah, without further ado, I'll end the stream here. I'm going to actually go do a quick NG plus run all the way until Act 4 again, and then we shall see you on the. It's definitely not next stream for sure. Nikki will be the next stream because right now there's a 12th day for Rappy's new outfit story, so we're gonna go through that as well as the new ninja event in Nikkei. I'm going to do it in split now. So basically, we finish the outfit, then we finish the event. The event part one, because event part one is going to take about 1 hour, 40 minutes per se, I think. And given the style of playing, obviously I'm going to be slower. I have been skipping story in Nikkei for now. So we will go back and look at the record version. Definitely. So I think, yeah. So that really sums up Eternights. I do hope you enjoy at least Sia's route. And we'll finish up Johan and Min's route the next Ethernight stream I set up. Yep. Okay. If you do enjoy the content, please do leave a like on YouTube and press the subscribe button and the notification bell down below so that whenever I do my stream upload, you'll be notified. And of course, leave some comments down below on what your thoughts on Sia route, Yuna route, and Ethernight so far. And have you played it? You know, how long have you spent it? What are the difficulties you have experienced? Are there anything, good or bad you want to say? Obviously, keep it within civility, so don't be too mean. And then for my Twitch site, Windrunner EX channel, please do leave a follow down below so that whenever I do my streams, you will be notified. Now, I did read yesterday that someone said that I'm a little bit, when I speak, it's a little bit fast. I am not sure whether that is true or not. I just speak like this, roll over my words maybe quite a bit, but in general, don't really do that now. And yeah, if you have something you want to say about that, you could also say it down there, right? I mean, I don't think myself a fast speaker. No, I do, enunciate words, especially when I'm reading text. But when I'm giving up my thoughts, I guess I speak slightly faster, but more like fast, slow, fast, slow, fast, slow, burst and then slow down, burst and then slow down. It's just, yeah, it's just me, I guess. Okay. With that, so I think that's all I will have for today. And oh yeah, right. By the way, today I streamed earlier was just due to I needed to go out later, so I just wanted to get this out of the way. And yeah, I feel liberated for sure. But after Eternights and Nikkei, we will think about what games to actually go through. I think for sure. So far haven't have any thoughts to please. I haven't not gotten Sky One. Neither have I gotten anything else in the meantime. Probably would be interesting. Can probably take a look, but yeah, I would probably need to decide if we want to go to Cold Steel now or we want to take a long while. Because Cold Steel is a big time investment, a very big time investment. We will be replaying Cold Steel 1. Um, I will delete the old bots even, and then we will start anew. I did start with Cold Steel 1 last time. Was it less of start, but more like one of the first few games I streamed was Cold Steel 1. Before that was Osu, I think. So we'll go back to our roots. We're gonna play through Cold Steel 1. I have not played the game for a while. I'm gonna try to do guideless, but I'm not sure. I'm probably gonna play New Game Plus, but with everything reset. Just see. I don't believe the game was difficult anyway, so I played through one. I know 1 and 2 have a lot of easily missed stuff for sure. Uh, oh, we shall see when we contemplate when we reach that milestone, I guess. Um, yeah. I said though, I'm not doing Ghost in the Sky one. I'm just waiting for it when it's on offer because I don't believe it should be priced that highly. It's really too expensive right now. I don't think Falcom is. I don't know whether it's Falcom side or is it because of localization, but there's definitely some negative will or intent somewhere. Um, yeah. Without further ado, thank you very much for watching. I'll end the stream now, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.